Hello, dilute comedy. Okay, Raj Yadav, Ayushi Tiwari, Adarsh Kumar, Shinjini. Hello everyone. I can see few new faces today, not faces, few names. So join as fast as possible, everybody. We for those who are very new to the channel, today is the first time for them. My name is Reshmi Mukherjee. I am an English teacher in a school, so I am aware of English topics only. Do not ask for any other subject topics. I can help you with certain areas from where you can get question papers and all free of cost. But for my topic, that is only English, you will find over here. So English class 9, 10, 11, 12, ICSE and ISE, all the topics are discussed over here. You can check them in the playlist, be it Merchant of Venice, be it your treasure trove topic, whatever, you will get it. And the website here, you have some updated question answers, some written materials, explanations. You can refer to that, and if you want, you can join my Telegram channel also, and there you will stay while staying connected. There you will get the live class link, so that immediately you can join the class, because sometimes through YouTube they do not suggest it, at times, very rare, at times they will not send the notification on time. So if you are connected in the Telegram channel, you will get updates directly. And of course, do not forget to like, share and subscribe, because that is the key to all the happiness to me. If you want me to be happy, so kindly share it. And class timings, just check it. Alright, if you are in class 9 also, you will get good materials over here. You will not require any tuition teacher if you are following it, except you want, if you want extra care because you are unaware of certain portions, grammar topics and all. In that case, you can join a tuition teacher, otherwise it is enough over here. Now the class timings are mentioned: Tuesday 9:45, 9:30, Saturday 9:45, 9:30 around. Thursdays and Sundays you have 8:30 p.m. class. Okay, join the classes before the exam. This will be very beneficial, highly beneficial to you, because this is a complete preparatory classes going on, subscriber choice. You get all forms of question papers discussed, so without fail join the class. And last but not the least, even in the last few days, I will like to mention that if you want to share your question papers, you can share it with me. In the live classes, those will be discussed. Today I got around 6 to 7, so I will try as many as possible. We will discuss over here. Share clear and scanned pictures, because otherwise it becomes difficult to understand. And you have to share the PDF to this email ID. I think it needs no mention, because all of you, whoever are sending, you are sending in the correct email ID, and you are sending scanned and clear pictures also. Just remember not to send anything in the Telegram channel, because often I cannot access that, okay, because there are so many messages. So this is the email ID, you can share it over there. 68 out of 80. Aryan, if you 75 Ayushi has got, very good. Aryan has got 68 out of 80. It is not very bad, but keep practicing, you will improve, don't worry. So let's come back to our class. This is the section A part, the MCQ part. You can check the last day's class, which is Thursday's class. You will get all these answers discussed, okay. And after that, we are moving today to section B part, which you know, that is your drama, that is the Merchant of Venice part. Now sit with your book, it will help you, okay. If you want, you can access the book, so that wherever you have doubts, you can immediately clarify them with the book. I am also sitting with the book. I will tell you the page number. I have this book, Xavier Pinto Morning Star book. I hope you can see. From this book, I can even tell you the page number, so that you can directly refer to it, okay. Let's start. Question number 2. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. But mercy is above this scepter, it is enthroned in the hearts of kings, it is an attribute to God himself, and earthly power doth then show likest gods, when mercy seasons justice. So this whole thing is from Act 4. As I told you, this is very important, Act 4. You have got a question from Act 4. So first question, first one. Why did the speaker appeal to... Now name the speaker part is cancelled, because already it is mentioned over here in the extract, is spoken by Portia. So we are not referring to that question. We directly come to the second part. Why did the speaker appeal to the Jew for mercy? Now who is the speaker? Portia. Now why is the speaker appealing? Page number. Page number you will get it in just a moment, I'll tell you. This is page number 119. Okay, see there is Portia's dialogue, the quality of mercy is not strained there. As I have already got one answer. If you want me to correct your answers, you can write to me over here, I will check them. Otherwise because this is subjective ना, तो मैं answers बता दूंगी आपको, English में बता दूंगी, point wise बता दूंगी, you will write accordingly. The speaker appealed the Jew for mercy as he was demanding a pound of flesh, which was very cruel of him. You mentioned that in any other circumstance, Antonio would lose his life. So earlier the Duke also appealed him to show mercy. Very good. Speaker appeals the Jew for mercy to save Antonio. The speaker appeals the Jew for mercy as mercy is a blessing. Note Vadi Yash. Earlier we just started. Earlier Bassanio appealed to Shylock for mercy. Alright, so here we are seeing that what we are going to write, see 3 marks. First portion is cancelled, so 1.5, so maybe 2 marks over here. Why did the speaker appeal to the Jew for mercy? To save Antonio will be point number 1, and we will not write the answer in points. Okay. First thing is, I'm just telling you that these will be the important lines that you must write. Okay, do not write in points. Point number 1, point number 2, ऐसे नहीं लिखना है. Number 1, we are going to write about that Antonio, to save Antonio, the speaker appealed for mercy. And second of all, if Shylock did not provide him mercy, then Antonio would lose his life. Okay, 2 reasons done. Earlier, who else in the play appealed for mercy? Of course, the Duke on behalf of Antonio. So we are done with number 1. Number 2, what are the 3 qualities of mercy which the speaker has stated just before the extract? Scepter, Shrey Gupta. This whole thing you will get complete explanation, the whole thing's explanation you will get it. Just search Merchant of Venice Act 4 Reshmi Mukherjee in YouTube. You will get Act 4 ka pura explanation. You can check it from there. Alright, Yash. So this is your paper. So wherever you have lost marks, you must have seen it. So check. Okay, I'll tell you, according to that you mark. What are the 3 qualities of mercy? The 3 qualities of mercy which the speaker has stated just before the extract. He was already bankrupted. No, Raj, no need of writing this point for number 1. Okay, 3 qualities of mercy. If you take this extract, you will directly get your answers. Number 1 is what? Quality of mercy is not strained. मतलब कि force नहीं किए जा सकते, right? You cannot force somebody that mercy show करो अभी इसी वक्त, ऐसा नहीं होता, right? So it cannot be forced. We cannot force somebody to show mercy. Point number 1. Point number 2, mercy. So it is, it is twice blessed. What does it mean? Twice blessed means it blesses the man who is showing mercy. It is also blessing the man on whom mercy is shown. So second point done. Third point will be what? That it is mightiest in the mightiest. That means it is a quality that is present in gods. Okay. It makes the king even better than the kings. Okay, anything you can write. Mercy is like a gentle rain which drops from heaven. It is a twice blessing. It is a double blessing, you can say, blessing both the receiver and the giver. Very good. It is an attribute to God. Very good. Not etc. Okay, whatever you have written, bus full stop. Mercy is the most powerful. Anonymous, perfect answer. Mercy is the most powerful thing in the most powerful man. It is twice blessed. It falls from heaven as a gentle rain. No one can force anyone to show it. Very good, Sanjay. मेरी वजह से ज्योग्राफी पेपर अच्छा गया. अच्छा, आई एम वेरी थैंकफुल टू यू बिकॉज मेरा भी ज्योग्राफी बहुत वीक है. ओके, इन एनी वे इफ आई हैव हेल्प्ड यू, आई एम ग्लैड. Next, let's move to question number 3. Give the meaning of "but mercy is above this sceptred sway." Okay, somebody asked me to explain this particular paragraph. Okay, the speech. Anyway, when I am discussing the questions, I will tell you half of it. So sit with the book. Half of it will be clear to you. Give the meaning of. Most important scenes are of course Act 3, Scene 2 and Act 4, Scene 1. Okay, but rest of it you cannot leave because if long answer does not come, your MCQs may contain them. Okay, give the meaning of "but mercy is above this sceptred sway." We have to write the meaning of this line. So Mercy is above this sceptred sway. Let's move to the next page. It is provided in the next page. So I'll explain the whole thing over here. Mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. Scepter is what? Scepter is the, it is the thing that is carried by the king. Okay, it is a kind of a, what should I say, symbol of power. Okay, so that scepter that the king holds in his hand, that is a symbol of power of the king. Okay, so the king is already, people are already afraid of the king because the king has a lot of power. But if the king can also show some mercy, if he can season his justice, he is doing justice, along with it he is adding a slight mercy to it, that will make him better than the kings also. This quality of mercy is present in the hearts of gods, so he would have a quality like the gods. The quality of mercy is much more more than the Raj. Slightly incorrect sentence construction, but it is correct. No, golden casket का तो point एक ही है ना कि outward appearances are often deceptive. If you write this line, you already score 1 mark. Then you give 2 instances to support it. Thus, mercy is above the temporal or earthly power. A king holds scepter in his hands, but the power which mercy holds is less than the temporal power of the king. Is even more than the temporal power. Okay, more than the temporal power. That means temporal, it's even better than the earthly power, right? If mercy seasons justice, justice gets enhanced. Very good. Perfect. Now, how does Shylock turn down Portia's plea for mercy? We don't have to write much for this one, because see, there are 3 parts and you have only 1 mark max to max for this one. Okay, so 1 mark. For 1 mark, we can simply write that the quality of mercy the quality of mercy is something that makes the quality of the king even better. Okay, if the king is only, anyway, kings are revered because of the extreme power they have. Okay, but if he seasons it with justice, if he seasons it with mercy, his quality becomes like the kings, like the gods. How does Shylock turn down Portia's plea for mercy? What does he say? Just after that, you see, what does Shylock say? My deeds upon my head. My deeds upon my head matlab, I will take the responsibility of whatever I am doing. So Shylock says that yes, my deed is upon my head, I crave the law. Arya, very good. Mercy is far above the world. Correct. Shylock immediately says that he will take all the responsibility of whatever he is doing. That's enough for 1 mark. What does he insist on? Of course, he insists on taking the pound of flesh, Antonio's pound of flesh. He will face all the consequences of not showing mercy. He craves the law. Very good. So what does he insist on? He insists on, you will write this second portion of your answer as the third part. Okay, he insists on he craves the law. That means he requires the pound of flesh of Antonio, as was mentioned in the bond. Okay, number 4. Let's come to number 4. What is Bassanio ready to do for Antonio in the court? See, if you have this portion ready, you can answer all the questions as per the terms of bond. Shrey Gupta, correct. What is Bassanio ready to do for Antonio in the court? See, just move to the next part, you will see. Yes, here I tender it for him in the court, yet twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over, or forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. Okay, so what is Bassanio ready to do for Antonio in the court? He is ready to pay twice the amount of 3,000 ducats. He can pay 10 times that amount, and if it is not sufficient, he is ready to sacrifice his own hand, head and heart before Antonio is touched. Okay, twice the money, 10 times the money, and even his own body parts if it is required. Okay, very good. Which scene is this? This is Act 4, Scene 1. Why is Bassanio snubbed immediately by the disguised Portia? Snub मतलब उसको चुप करा दिया. हाँ. Why does Portia do that? So apparently, what reason Portia gives? Move to the next page. You will get the answer. Ready to give anything, his money, his hands, heart, even he is ready to sacrifice. Very good. Twice and 10 times the amount to sacrifice. Yes, very good. Both correct. Shrey and Sanjay. Next one, see. It must not be. There is no power in Venice that can alter a decree established. Okay. So what does the disguised Portia say? Disguised Portia stops Bassanio, saying that you cannot ask for, the Bassanio cannot ask for that. Okay, 10 times money I will provide Shylock, and Shylock will let Antonio go. That cannot happen. Why? Because it is a written bond. Okay, it is a written bond, and nobody can change the written material of a bond that is signed by both parties. Okay, why? Because if that is done, then many people will take this situation, take this written record as and they can commit a lot of crime, taking this one as an example. Okay, tell me, number 4 nobody has written, so is fourth one clear, or you want me to tell this again? Since it is not possible, as there is no power, and very good, Aryan has written, that can alter a law frame. It can be not framed like a law, and you can say a bond that is signed by both parties. It will be recorded as an example, and many such errors giving the same example will arise in the state. Rest of the answer is perfect. Snubbed wala part you will get over here, page number 121, if you have this book. Okay, if you have this book, it is in page number 121. You will see the first part. He says what? See exactly what Aryan has written. It is not possible to change the law. Okay, it is a law, there is a bond that is signed by both parties, so nothing can be done regarding that. Okay, then you have to write, it will be recorded as an example, and many such errors giving the same example will arise in the state. So that Bassanio's suggestion cannot be followed. Aradhita Ghosh, Act 1 and Act 2. See, I have discussed it because your class 10, your next batch class 10 boards are coming. So at the present moment, we are discussing that. If you want me to discuss your papers, you can share it to me. I will take one class to discuss Act 1, Act 2 questions also. Okay. Next, number 5. See, you will get the questions discussed in the other classes also. Previous classes you check, you will get it. Okay. Mention 2 prominent character traits of Shylock as highlighted. Ayushi Tiwari, I think Aradhita is in class 9. Okay, maybe. Mention 2 prominent character traits. Now character traits, I will bring a class on character traits. Okay, all the characters we will discuss that in one class. You write down those as notes. Okay, you write those down as notes, because character traits question I am seeing it is very frequent. I think 2 papers I have seen the character traits question. So as highlighted through the scene from which the extract has been taken. So from the extract only you have to say. Okay, you can be asked कि पूरा प्ले में से इसका कैरेक्टर ट्रेट बताओ. ऐसे भी पूछे जा सकते हैं कि पर्टिकुलर सीन और पर्टिकुलर एक्ट से बताओ. हाँ, तो और ऐसे भी मतलब एग्जैक्ट एक्सट्रैक्ट से बताओ. You can also do that. Okay, it can also be asked like that. Substantiate your answer with example from the text. So as highlighted through the scene from which the extract has been taken. Okay, so pura scene, you can use the whole scene. Okay, to talk about his qualities, character traits. What can we say? He is obstinate, he is adamant, we can say. What example we can give? That whatever might happen, okay, whatever might happen, he is ready to take the pound of flesh. Whatever might be the consequences, he is ready to cut a pound of flesh. He is not worried about anything. Okay. Shylock is shown as a revengeful man. Character traits अलग-अलग सीन में डिफरेंट होगा. अलग पूरा डिफरेंट तो नहीं होता है, लेकिन इट डिपेंड्स. लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल जेसिका's part, when Jessica runs away, we see him as a confused man, as a betrayed man. Okay, he is seen as a very economical man who is worried about his wealth. तो उसका डिफरेंट हो जाए जेसिका के बारे में. Okay, hatred is common. Forever he hated Antonio. He hated this this Christian Jewish struggle. Vindictive, you can say, very good. Ayushi has written he is shown as a revengeful person, cruel as he is not willing to listen to the Duke and Bassanio's request. Okay, so cruel because he is ready to cut a pound of flesh. You can do the vindictive. Also you can use this word. Okay, he compares it to a carrion flesh, and he is ready to take that even if it he simply says that even if it does not satisfy anything, it will at least satisfy my revenge. Okay, so all these points are for character traits. Okay, so 2 important already it's mentioned, so 2 is enough. You have to write certain reasons also, as I told you. Okay, so fourth question we have done, and we have finished the first extract. Merciless also we can say, whatever word you are using you have to give a reason for it. Okay, कि इस वजह से मुझे लगा कि ये merciless है, इस वजह से मुझे लगा कि vindictive, cruel, bloodthirsty है. Anything that you have a doubt over here. First part we have already finished. I'll drink some water. You just check and tell me if there is any doubt. Inhuman. Okay. Yes, Mayank, I have got your PDF today only. I was working, then only I got. I guess I have replied also. I'll reply whenever I get any PDF. If I do not reply immediately, you by that day or by the next day you will get a received वाला message. Okay, so that you are aware कि ठीक जगह पे message गया है, mail गया है. So you check and tell me if the first extract from Merchant of Venice is clear. Then we will shift to the next one. कंप्लीट एमसीक्यूज तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, ऐसे बहुत सारा एमसीक्यूज है ना, डिफरेंट चैप्टर्स हैं, तो उसमें से बहुत सारा एमसीक्यूज पॉसिबल है. आप अगर मेरा एक प्लेलिस्ट है एमसीक्यू बोल के वो खोलोगे तो आपको बहुत सारा मर्चेंट ऑफ वेनिस से डिफरेंट सेपरेट टॉपिक से अलग अलग से मिल जाएगा. आप वो प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, फिर ये पेपर सॉल्व कीजिए. यहाँ पे मिक्स्ड एमसीक्यूज रहता है, एज योर क्वेश्चन पेपर विल बी सेट, विल बी समथिंग लाइक दैट. He has an obstinate mindset and is not ready to make any compromise when the question of taking revenge arises. Okay, very good, very well framed. What was the reason for Portia to disguise as a lawyer? This is very easy. Portia disguised as a lawyer because in 16th century Elizabethan time there was, in that society, women were not allowed to do such things. Okay, and she was not even a proper lawyer who would come to the court to fight a case. So she had to disguise. Question 1, first part. Why did the speaker appeal to the speaker? मतलब Portia. So why did Portia appeal to the Jew for mercy? We have to write for one or two points for 2 marks. Okay, because the first part is striked out. So we have to write 1 point that to save Antonio's life, and second point, apparently there was no other way to save Antonio, and Shylock was ready to cut a pound of flesh from his body. Okay. Where is the poet wandering? The poet is wandering, lake. There is a, I just forgot. There was some lake, what is it? Beside the lake, beneath the trees, so of course we can say that there was a lake. Okay, but exactly, there was a lake and there was a name of that lake. You find the playlist, you get the daffodils chapter, it is mentioned over there. Somehow it's some lake district, some point. Okay, there was a word, okay, that you check. Correct. Lake District, thank you. Lake District of England. Okay, so there you mention this, and then you say that he was taking a stroll and suddenly he came across many daffodils at a time beside the lake beneath the trees. Bas, over. So this part is done. Let's move to the next part. Question number 3. Let's see what is the extract for question number 3. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. Duke, what is Antonio here? Antonio, ready, so please your grace. Duke, I am sorry for thee, thou art come to answer a stony adversary. Now let's open our books to that part. Come to the first page of Act 4, Scene 1. Whatever book you are following, the first page. Okay. See, the first page you will get this, I am sorry for thee, that part. So here your extract is again for Act 4, Scene 1. So you know which one is more important right now. So first question, let us see. This is also a very easy one as far as I can understand. What are the terms of the bond that Antonio had signed? Very easy. Aryan, we will not write over valleys and hills. Over valleys and hills, how can you roam around, right? The poet is comparing himself to a cloud that is moving over valleys and hills. Compare क्यों किया? क्योंकि जैसे wander करते हैं ना clouds, इधर उधर किसी भी तरह जाते हैं wind के हिसाब से, तो वैसे he was also moving from one place to the other without any particular motive. Okay. So what are the terms of the bond that Antonio had signed? What we will write over here, already I have got one answer. The terms of bond Antonio has signed, incorrect, first sentence is incorrect. Simply write that the bond said that if Antonio was unable to pay the 3,000 ducats on time, what time? We have to say a pound of flesh has to be paid within 3 months. he will have to pay the bond by providing a pound of flesh from any part of body that Shylock chose or wished. Okay. So to pay only writing to pay a pound of flesh will 3 marks, no? So more points you have to add. Pay a pound of flesh, first you have to write he had to pay 3,000 ducats. There will be no interest charged, but if he is unable to pay the amount within the tenure, that means 3 months, he will have to pay. He will have to provide 1 pound of flesh to Shylock from his body, from whichever part of body that Shylock chose. Unable to pay the amount, then Shylock can take a pound of flesh as a forfeiture of bond. This point you add, Sanjay, you have missed, from any part of the body which Shylock chose. Okay. 3,000 ducats for 3 months. If Antonio is not able to pay, he has to part with his pound of flesh. Arya, you also have framed it very nicely. Only write this part, from any part of the body that Shylock chose. This part is important. Okay. 3 months. Okay. Shrey has written the same place. If you fail to do so, then Shylock will cut a pound of flesh from his body. How to send me the PDF? Aradhita, see, I will again show you at the end of the class. reshmimukherjee24@gmail.com. That is my official email ID. You share your PDF over there, writing your class. Okay. So Shri, that is also correct. Only one point that many of you have missed, except Ayushi, I believe. This point you add, from any part of the body that Shylock chose. Okay. So first one, all of you have answered correctly. Let's move to the second one. Why does the Duke call Shylock inhuman? Now see, 3 marks, 2 portions of the answer we have. First part is this. Second part, why does the Duke expect Shylock to? What does the Duke expect Shylock to do? So why does the Duke call Shylock inhuman? This is the easiest. Duke calls Shylock inhuman because he was not ready to show any mercy to Antonio and was urged to take his oath. The Duke expected Shylock to show mercy on Antonio. But in particular you have to say, okay, in particular what does the Duke expect? See, move to the next page. You will get the answer just in the next page. First is that he will show mercy and will not take a pound of flesh, not take the penalty, point number 1. Point number 2 is also forgive a moiety of the principal. That means also forgive a huge lump sum amount of the principal money, that is 3,000 ducats. Okay. M Ghosh, same way, reshmimukherjee24@gmail.com is my official email ID. I will again show that to you after the questions are discussed. Share the email over there, share the PDF over there. Duke calls, Gurshan has written, Shylock is called inhuman by Duke because he demanded the pound of flesh from Antonio's body and did not have a single grain to pity in his heart. The Duke expects Shylock to show mercy on Antonio. सेकेंड पार्ट जो आप लिख रहे हैं उसको थोड़ा सा डिटेल में लिखना है कि एक चाहते थे कि पेनल्टी को मर्सी शो कर दे, मतलब शो मर्सी एंड नॉट टेक द पेनल्टी, दैट इज द पाउंड ऑफ फ्लेश. सेकेंड, ऑल्सो फॉरगिव हिम अ मोइटी ऑफ प्रिंसिपल. You have written the first part correctly, why he was inhuman, but as it is a 3-mark question, second part also is equally important, so you will write 2 points. Once again I'll repeat. One is that show him mercy and not take the penalty, which is the pound of flesh, and second, also forgive him a moiety of the principal or a lump sum amount of the principal. Okay, so mostly you have made this this mistake only in the second part. Corrected. Next we will move to the third question. What reason does Shylock give for choosing rotten flesh over money? मोइटी ऑफ प्रिंसिपल समझ नहीं आया. मोइटी ऑफ प्रिंसिपल मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल हाउ मच मनी ही टुक 3000 ducats, no? So maybe 2000, 2500 ducats I will, I'll let go, I will not take. Okay, that means moiety. Moiety means a huge amount or the lump sum amount, a portion, a principal amount of the money. Okay, what reasons does Shylock give for choosing rotten flesh over money? So this one he gives it is his humor. हाँ, डिस्काउंट कर देंगे या ऐसे बोल सकते हैं श्रेय. What reason does Shylock give for choosing rotten flesh over money? This one you come to the next part where he says that see over here, if you deny a weight of carrion flesh, see 40, 41, 42, line 42, a weight of carrion flesh than to receive 3000 ducats. So you can ask me that why I am choosing carrion flesh instead of, or rotten flesh instead of the money. So I will not answer that, but say it is my humor, it is answer. But simply we cannot write that it is his humor because 3 marks are given over there. So we have to say that it is just because he has a sort of hatred. See, after some time it is written, it is my mood of what it likes or loathes, or it is my mood to take it. I just hate Antonio a bit, so I would like to take the pound of flesh. Sorry. So first we have done what are the things hated by some people. Now this one you can write what are the things that is hated. First one is some people hate cats. Okay, some people hates gaping pig. That means a pig dish with a mouth open. Okay, these are pig's head, roasted pig's head. Some people dislike. Some people dislike cats. We do not know why. Okay, so we have done question number 3. बैगपाइप डोंट राइट बिकॉज बैगपाइप का पॉइंट क्या था कि कभी कभी जब बैगपाइप बजाते हैं तो कोई यूरिनेट कर देता है. तो ये यहाँ पे इट इज़ नॉट दैट दे हेट इट, दे कैन नॉट कंट्रोल देयर इमोशन. स्लेव्स वाला पॉइंट नहीं लिखेंगे, सिर्फ 2 ही पॉइंट होगा इसमें कि कैट्स हेट करते हैं और सेकेंड वाला कि रोस्टेड पिग हेड का एक रेसिपी आता है. ओके, रोस्टेड पिग हेड वैसा वाला रेसिपी जो आता है वो हेट करते हैं. तो ये दोनों पॉइंट. गेपिंग पिग, हार्मलेस कैट, वुलन बैगपाइप वाला पॉइंट हटा दो वहाँ से. हार्मलेस कैट एंड गेपिंग पिग. ओके, वुलन बैगपाइप का पॉइंट क्यों हटाना है? क्योंकि वुलन बैगपाइप का पॉइंट ये था कि कोई बैगपाइप बजा रहे हैं, उसे किसी को यूरिनेशन हो गया, यूरिनेट कर दिया. ओके, सो दैट इज नॉट फॉर हेट्रेड, दैट इज बिकॉज ही कुड नॉट कंट्रोल हिज इमोशन. ओके, now come to question number 4. State 3 examples Antonio gives to illustrate Shylock's stubborn attitude. 3 examples. Now whole scene must be clear to you. 3 examples के लिए we have to move to the next page. Okay, see one extract is given and so many questions. So come over here, line number 71 I believe. I pray you, think you question with the Jew, you may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. So 3 examples Antonio gives. Antonio says that it is very difficult or it is completely impossible to make Shylock understand anything. Okay, you cannot mold Shylock. You cannot, you cannot mold Shylock. Point number 1, what does he give? He says that you can even go and ask the waves to lower its height. The wave will do it. Okay, maybe that is possible. If you go and ask the Iwi, okay, bleat for the lamb, that the mother is crying, the mother sheep is mourning, is crying for its lamb because the wolf had eaten it away. So you can go ask the wolf why it did that thing, and the wolf might answer your question. You can even go to the mountain top, the trees on the mountain tops, and ask them why are they, waving their tops, okay, when the wind is blowing. They will answer you. But do not ask anything to Shylock, because Shylock will not change his heart or his word, because he is bent on taking revenge. वुल्फ वाला पॉइंट एक बार बता दो श्रेय. इज दैट क्लियर? वुल्फ वाला पॉइंट कि वुल्फ को अगर पूछो कि वाई डिड इट ईट अवे, वाई डिड इट हार्म द लैम्ब, वाई डिड इट टेक अवे द लिटिल लैम्ब फ्रॉम द मदर. ओके, so you can go and ask the wolf can possibly answer you, but Shylock you cannot do anything about it. He may as well expect the tall pines of the hillside not to wave their high tops and not to make a noise when they are disturbed by the strong winds. Very good. Why he hath made the mother sheep crying? asked pine trees not to sway along. Very good. Secondly, he may as well ask the wolf why he has made the mothership mourn for the lamb he has devoured. Bassanio is hoping to soften Shylock's heart. He might as well stand on the seashore and ask the tide not to rise as high as usual. Very good. Gursharan's answer, you check, all the 3 points are written perfect. Okay. Last question from Merchant of Venice. What is it? How is Shylock's property distributed at the end by Shylock? See, by the end of this question, by the end, like act number 5 question when we are doing, we know that whole scene को लेके ये question बना है, right? Everything you have got. Okay, so property distribution कैसा था? Do you think Shylock deserve? वो वाला point में बाद में आते हैं. Property distribution कैसे हुआ? First क्या था कि Shylock's property was divided into 2 parts. One part had to go to Duke, but that was forgiven and a little charge was deducted. Rest of the money came to Shylock. Okay, but the amount that went to Antonio said that he would keep it with him. Okay, and he would just be a trustee. He would just protect the money, and there was a clause also. What was the clause? That Shylock had to change into Christianity. Okay, he had to change his religion to Christianity, and second of all, he had to sign a deed that when Shylock dies, all the property that Antonio collects of Shylock's, the property that he has, everything will go to whom? To Lorenzo and Jessica. Okay. Half of the property Ayushi has written is given to government, is given to the Duke or the state coffer, you say. The other half to his daughter Jessica. No. Ayushi, here you have made a mistake. 2 part में divide हो गया ना. Once again I am saying, let me see Gursharan. 1/2 of Shylock's property will go to the person against whom Shylock plotted to take his life, and the rest will be handed over to the private treasury of the no, Gursharan also has made a mistake over here. I'll repeat this answer once for you. See, understand. दोनों divide हो गए 2 पार्ट में. एक पार्ट कहाँ जाना था? ड्यूक के पास. ड्यूक ने बोला कि अगर you do not behave improperly, I will cut a penalty, I will cut a charge. Rest of the money will go to you only. That part is done. सेकेंड पार्ट एंटोनियो का मनी. एंटोनियो ने बोला कि मेरा पोर्शन में जो पैसा है वो मैं रख लूँगी अपने पास, बट आई विल नॉट यूज इट, आई जस्ट प्रोटेक्ट इट टिल द टाइम यू डाई. बट बिफोर दैट यू हैव टू साइन अ डीड stating that when you die, all the property, all your whatever property you have will go to whom? Will go to Lorenzo and Jessica. And for that he had to change into a Christian. नो क्विच द फाइन वाला वैसा कुछ सीन नहीं था. उसने बोला कि अगर क्रिश्चियनिटी मतलब वो अगर क्रिश्चियन रिलीजन में चेंज नहीं होना चाहे, इफ ही इज़ नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन चेंजिंग टू क्रिश्चियनिटी, देन द ड्यूक शुड नॉट द ड्यूक शुड stop providing him this benefit, that he will not take the money, he will take only a penalty. Okay, so this one many of you have made mistakes, so check this portion. Last question. Okay, do you think Shylock deserves the punishment given to him? See, this is your statement, this is completely subjective, it can be different for different one of you. For me, I will say that Shylock had of course was trying to do something very cruel, was trying to take somebody's life, which is of course inhuman. Okay, cutting the flesh in front of everybody and whatever you are cutting, it is inhuman. However, he should not have been stripped of his religion like that. He loved his religion, he had complete faith in his religion, so he should not have been forcibly stripped of his religion. Because Shylock had become so revengeful for the behavior of the Christians only. So the people over there should have been considerate about him. Second part, if you are okay with my answer, you can write it. If you want to write any other answer, you can write that also. That is completely subjective. Question number 3, if there is any doubt, can we add this line at the end? He had dug a ditch for Antonio, but since he himself fell into it. Yes, you can add it. You can add it, but deserve करते हैं कि नहीं करते हैं, इसको इसमें अगर बोलना है तो it is suggestive that you write कि मतलब of course when somebody is trying to kill another, that is incorrect. Okay, but taking somebody else's religion away from him, that is also not right. Okay, so question number 3, 1 to 5, if there is any doubt, tell me. Tomorrow again we have class, right? Tomorrow 8:30 p.m. we have a class. So if you have any doubt, because it is Sunday, I will take your questions. Wherever you have doubt, you ask me. 123 today I am free. 456 मेरा रिश्ता हो गया fix. वाह वाह चाचा जी, it's a beautiful poem. You can start writing a book. We will love to read it. Okay, so if there is any doubt, tell me from here. And those who want to share their question papers, this is your email ID. You can share it in the PDF format only, clear and scanned pictures. Okay, PDF. And the question papers you can share, those will be discussed in the live classes. Class 9 also, if you want, you can send it. Okay, and check the class timings. Yes, Arya, you want to say something? Tell me. I'll share the class timings once again. If you want to take a screenshot, take it. And yes, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay, once the class is over, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends, so that everybody can score good marks. Good night, Gursharan. How can we give exact answer to the questions? Exact answer, Ayushi, see, today when we were discussing, exact answer ही बताया ना मैंने, कि ऐसे ऐसे पोर्शन में अच्छे से रीड करोगे तो ये सब आंसर पता, मतलब याद रहेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि मग अप कर लो सब कुछ. ओके, language paper, I thought of finishing this. Let's see. First class here, I will make sure. Most welcome, Aryan, thank you so much. I will try, Arya, to solve English language paper, but I was thinking if I could finish this paper and then start with another language paper. Otherwise ना पीछे वाला portion रह जाएगा. Okay, so that's all. No doubts, I believe. So check the class timings: Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, and that's all. Okay, so the website, you can check the website for comprehension passages. I have updated some, so you can do that. You can join the Telegram channel, because you will stay updated about the class timings. Okay, I'll share the link over there every day, so you can join it. Thank you so much. Bye bye everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye bye Shrey, Arya, Rituja, Ayushi, good night. Good night, Raj. Most welcome, Shrey.